You were told a lie. Work hard, stay disciplined, and success will come. But millions of people are working harder than ever and getting nowhere. This is not because they're lazy, and it's not because they're stupid. It's because the rules of success have changed, and most people are still playing the old game. In the past, the path to success was linear and predictable. Society offered a silent contract that promised security in exchange for following the rules and showing up consistently. This era, a legacy of the industrial age, rewarded effort because physical presence and adherence to standards were the primary engines of progress. Competition was largely local, meaning you only had to outperform those in your immediate office or city. In that world, patience and basic discipline were sufficient to distinguish yourself because access to information and opportunities was strictly limited. However, the digital revolution has rendered simple effort invisible. In today's landscape, working hard is no longer a competitive advantage, it is merely the price of entry. Globalization and the internet have dissolved geographic boundaries, forcing you to compete on a global stage against millions of others who can offer the same labor faster or at a lower cost. In this environment of hyper-competition, standard effort is no longer a unique value proposition, but a baseline requirement for survival that often goes unnoticed by the system. Ultimately, hard work didn't lose its value, but it lost its rarity. In a world where everyone has the tools to work hard, the reward system has shifted from the quantity of effort to its direction and uniqueness. Today's economy no longer prizes the worker who simply puts in the hours. It rewards the strategist who can manage their attention and develop rare, irreplaceable skills. Success is no longer a test of raw endurance, but a game of strategic positioning in a global marketplace where standing out is the only way to be seen. In the modern world, sheer physical or mental effort has become a cheap commodity because the supply of people willing to work hard far exceeds the demand. Attention, on the other hand, is the rarest and most expensive resource of our time. Spending 12 hours a day on a task no longer guarantees a result if that energy doesn't create a multiplier effect or solve a problem that commands the world's focus. In this new economy, the primary goal is not to measure how exhausted you are at the end of the day, but to evaluate how effectively you have directed attention to create a perception of value. In the battle between raw labor and leverage, leverage wins every time. This is the era where skills beat hours. A programmer, a strategist, or a creator can generate more value in 1 hour through scalable systems than a traditional worker can in a month of manual labor. While effort yields linear results, rare skills and leverage provide exponential growth. The system has shifted away from rewarding the time you spend at your desk and toward the unique impact you can deliver through specialized knowledge and technological tools. Visibility has become the ultimate amplifier of effort, and often it even supersedes it. The rule that the system rewards the smartest worker, not the hardest, implies that your value is non-existent in the marketplace if it remains unseen. You could be performing the best work in the world, but without visibility, your market value remains at zero. Working smart means dividing your energy. Part of it goes into the craftsmanship of the work itself,
while the other part is dedicated to building the systems and presence that ensure your value is recognized by the world.
Burnout is rarely a symptom of failure. Rather, it is the result of a biological and systemic mismatch where individuals expend more energy for diminishing returns. In the modern landscape, people are working harder than ever, yet they find themselves mentally and physically depleted because their effort feels disconnected from any meaningful progress. When hard work lacks a clear strategic direction, it ceases to be a path to success and transforms into a form of self-punishment. The human spirit can endure great strain if the reward is proportionate, but when the effort-to-reward ratio stays broken for too long, the mind simply shuts down to protect itself.
The critical error leading to this exhaustion is the failure to connect labor to leverage. Labor-intensive work that relies solely on your physical or immediate presence is inherently limited and unscalable. This creates a dangerous paradox. The more successful you become, the more work is required of you, leading to a terminal point of fatigue. Without leverage, whether through technology, systems, or delegation, your effort will always be a linear struggle against an exponential world. Burnout is effectively your brain's way of signaling that your current operating system is no longer sustainable, and that your strategy, not your work ethic, is the problem.
Hard work remains the essential fuel for success, but in today's complex world, that fuel alone is no longer sufficient. Effort without a clear strategy is nothing more than noise, wasted energy that fails to reach its intended target. The modern economy and digital ecosystem do not merely reward those who sweat, they reward those who pour that sweat into the precise points that yield the highest return. If your exertion is not producing the desired outcome, the problem is likely not a lack of willpower or discipline, but a failure of alignment. Pushing yourself with more discipline in the wrong direction is like stepping harder on the gas in a vehicle headed toward a dead end. It only serves to burn you out faster. The essence of the modern mind philosophy lies in understanding the underlying system and redesigning your life according to its dynamics. This requires not only mastering your internal biological rewards, like dopamine, but also identifying the external points of leverage that exist in the world today. Real transformation begins when you stop trying to work more and start directing your limited time and energy toward areas that create the greatest impact. Once you decode the rules of your own mind and the economic landscape you inhabit, discipline ceases to be a heavy burden and becomes a natural process that carries you toward your goals. Redesigning your life isn't about increasing your exhaustion, it's about smarter positioning.